Hello students. Today we are going to learn second significant tradition of Khyal Gharana, that is Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. Gharana in social context refers to a family staying in the house. Since families may stay in the house for generations, the common skills and traits of the members of the family and rituals and traditions followed by the family become characteristics of Gharana. Many musicians who were previously used to receiving their patronage from the royal court migrated to princely states and stayed there. Competitions between these princely states was fierce and consequently so was the rivalry between the state musicians. Each one developed their own quality and techniques of music, and jealousy protected them as if they were state secrets. Hindustani classical music musicians founded their own gharanas in their new homes where their musical ideology and its spiritual significance would be passed down generations and stay within the founding musicians' families. The identity of the music was marked by its place of origin and practice. In before lectures, we learned the characteristics of every gharana, its particular style of singing, its changing trends, and understood the gaiki style of that gharana. Today, we will discuss on one of the most significant gharana in Hindustani classical music, that is Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. The Bhendi Bazaar Gharana is one of the vocal gharanas of Indian classical music, which originated in Bhendi Bazaar area of Mumbai in 1890. Now have a look on the history of Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. This is the lesser known story of three brothers and their adopted city, of how they made music in the narrow lanes of the big city and made history by giving Hindustani classical music a home in Mumbai. The Bhendi Bazaar Gharana has a history of over 150 years. It was established around the year 1870. These three brothers of immaculate pedigree, Nazim, Chhajju and Khadim Hussain Ali Khan, the son of Ustad Dilawar Hussain Khan, decided to move to Mumbai from Bijnor, a place near Muradabad, in Uttar Pradesh. To meet the housing needs of the labor and working class in the Mumbai harbour, an area behind Crawford Market, an elite bazaar at the time was developed in dormitory fashion. And so Bhendi Bazaar, a restoration of behind the bazaar, was born. The Khan brothers chose to live here near the theatre district of Grant Road and the house of ill repute of Khamtipura. The three brothers had spent decades training, first under the tutelage of their father, Ustad Dilawar Hussain Khan in Muradabad, and later under Inayat Hussain Khan of the Rampur Shahazwan Gharana and Ustad Ilayat Khan of Dagar Gharana. Mumbai's musical networks welcomed the brothers with open arms, and they soon found recognition for their scholarship and become sought after performer. Means they become very popular and famous while after giving that the lessons from Inayat Hussain Khan and Inayat Hussain Khan of Dagar Gharana. And then naturally their adopted city become a muse for their art and inspired them in ways only great cities can. The Ali Khan brothers developed their own techniques distinguishable for its slow, open-throated singing. Their improvisation of the raga were based on the Khandamir or Meru Khand, means principle of Hindustani classical music, which involved combinations of a limited number of notes being used to bring out the mellifluousness, means smoothly singing of the rag. Their bandishes means compositions were delightful blends of lyrics, notes and tempo, and they practiced individually designed rhythm play with incorporation of some ragas from Carnatic music. Means they have a great influence of Carnatic music also. Like Kirana Gharana also had a great influence of Carnatic Gaiki. So they used sargam in their establishment of rag, same as in Bhendi Bazaar Gharana also. The Khan brothers earned a reputation as the Bhendi Bazaar Wales, and the Gaiki evolved into the Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. When their music began to be passed down over generations to their disciples. Means the Bhendi Bazaar Gharana now established with Khan brothers, and they passed their tradition, their styles to their disciples. This gharana has many and illustrious name of the credit. For example, I will share the screen of the artist of the Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. Okay. These are the famous artists of Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. Number 1, Chhajju Khan, Nazir Khan, Hussain Khan, Jani Babu, Rahman Nazan, Aman Ali Khan, Shiv Kumar Shukla, Pandit Shiv Kumar Shukla, Pandit T.D. Janorikar, Vidushi Anjani Bai Malpekar, and Vidushi Suhasini Tai Koratkar. Now, this gharana has flourished and enriched our music over time with its unique features and specialities alongside the other well-known gharanas of Khyal music or Khyal Gayan. Now, the important characteristics of this gharana. Number 1, in every gharana we learned that swara, lay and bandish are the main aspects in Khyal Gaiki. So I will express it. Swara, lay and bandish, these three are the main aspects for developing specific gharana. These dimensions are explored in various ways and later on combined to form a specific music style identifiable with that particular gharana. In Bhendi Bazaar Gharana, the students are encouraged to sing in a natural voice. No acquired texture, variations are imposed on it. It's natural voice. No force, no force throated or like Agra. No, here is a they use natural voice. Emphasis is laid on a natural, resonant and akaryukta voice with an easy reach in the 3 octaves. Okay, we will listen one audio clip by Ustad Lataf Hussain Khan. I will share it and just listen it carefully for their voice production of Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. 1 minute. हाँ. See the natural and soft voice. Huh? तार सब तक. Easy reach in the 3 octaves. Okay. Huh. So, we listened Ustad Latif Hussain Khan's one audio clip of Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. Onkar sadhana and Kharj sadhana are very effective in making the voice resonant and are an integral part of riyaz in the gharanas as also in all other gharanas. This gaiki is originally influenced by the music produced on the bean or veena string instruments. Use of means glide, grace notes, volume variations are some of the important features of this gaiki. Vowel sounds are used very effectively in this gharana. Not only a but other vowel sounds taken from the words of the bandish are used during rag elaboration. Another feature of the Bhendi Bazaar Gharana is Khandamer or Merukhand or Merkhand, a musical principle derived from the mathematical concepts of permutation and combinations. Means 2, 3, 4, etc. are combined in such a way that no note is repeated in a combination. Means sa re ga ma or re ga ma pa. You can take 4 or 2 or 3 swaras and that are combined in a such way that no note is repeated in a combination. Bhendi Bazaar Gharana has both Vilambit and Madhyalay. Anjalibai Malpekar was trained in the Vilambit Lay Gaiki, which had Mind and Gamak from the Been Anga. Here we will listen clip of Anjanibai Malpekar, Rag Hamir. Yes. Recording is very old, so voice is not clear. Listen carefully. In Hamir, dha is very prominent. This phrase, gama dha. Sargam, use of sargam. And with laikari. Mind. Binang. Sada. Mind. Mind. Wow. This is Binang. Okay.
ओहो, हे गालावरचे डाग पिच्छात सोडत नाहीत. शर्वरी ड्रामा सोड.
One minute. Okay. Okay. We listened Anjali by Malpekar's Rag Hamir. She was trained in Vilambit Lay Gaiki, and which had Meend and Gamak from the Been Anga. Whereas Ustad Aman Ali Khan Sahib, who had a naturally thin voice, developed a Madhyalay Gaiki which had a dance like Gat. The lay in this gharana is subtle and covert. It is not aggressive, nor is it constantly at the forefront, but its presence is felt right from the sum of the bandish. Sum means the first beat of the tal. And next, in this gharana, tals like jhaptal, which is in 10 bit cycle, rupak in 7 bit cycle, trital 16-bit cycle, ektal 12-bit cycle are mostly used. A speciality is the Madhyalaya Ektal with a unique tempo which Aman Ali Khan Sahib used to design his gaiki. Bhendi Bazaar Gharana is known for its sargam, which has its origins in the Carnatic music. Sargam has a definite role to play in the rag improvisation. It should say something which has not already been said in the alap or would be say later in the tans. Just like Kirana Gharana, as I told you before. Apart from the usual speedy tans, Matti Tan is a speciality of Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. It is a distinctive tan from slower than the usual tans with a combination of various patterns interspersed with pauses. Bhendi Bazaar Gharana has some lesser known or unvat rags to its credit, like Triveni, Zilaf, Shringeri, Sanj, Motaki, etc. Also, from his study of Carnatic music, Khan Sahib adopted some of the Carnatic ragas into Hindustani music. He composed beautiful bandishes in rag Hamsadhwani, Parthaparali and Nagaswaravali, etc. The greatest assist of this gharana is the wealth of bandishes Aman Ali Khan Sahib composed. We will listen one composition of Aman Ali Khan, vocalist Pandit T.D. Janwarikar, and rag is Savni Nat. Listen carefully all the features of Bhendi Bazaar Gharana. There are very less recordings available, so I will try to explain it with some selected recordings. wind. This bandish is composed by Aman Ali Khan Sahib. After Alap, Sargam starts. Mean. But let's start. छोटा ख्याल द्रुत बंदिश
ga ma pa pa ma pa ga ga sa sa ni ra ga ga ma pa pa ga ni ni pa pa ma pa pa ga ga sa sa ni ra pa sa pa ni pa ra ma ba ga ma ra ma ba ga ma pa pa ga ga sa ni ra sa ni pa ma sa ni ni sa sa pa ga ga ma pa pa ga ma pa tha pa ma pa ga sa ga ni ra pa ga ni na ja ne ni ra pa ra ni ra pa ra ni ra pa ra na.
Okay. Yes. So now, although several tentative attempts have been made to revive the popularized its gaiki continuity of the Bhendi Bazaar Gharana continues to be a problem for the musicians. The Gharanas proponents have often refrained from public performances and left the Gharana and its music largely unpublished. Some had the misfortunate of untimely deaths, leaving behind favored disciples. Others still slipped into obscurity since they were never recorded. Their compositions are long forgotten, with the city of their gharana moving on to echo the music of the times. A Bhendi Bazaar Gharana Gaiki is highly cultivated and rich musical tradition. It is not as well known as some other gharanas, but it has survived the test of time and has flourished over the years. So this is the the most significant gharana, Bhendi Bazaar Gharana, and its characteristics. So let's conclude today's lecture. We will meet in next lecture soon. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.